Welcome back to a very special Let's Play series. I'm your host, Gaming Jay, and join me over the next few weeks as we play our way through an Infocom and Westwood classic known as BattleTech, the Crescent Hawks Inception. Just listen to that awesome PC speaker intro music. It's like, it literally sounds like music going through a cheese grater, like it's... But this is what happened back in the day, guys, back in the early days of DOS. This was the music we got. The title screen is totally awesome, by the way. It's like a mech exploding through a wall, firing all lasers, just off at someone. Who knows who's getting the tail end of that laser? I wouldn't want it, that's for sure. BattleTech here is one of my favorite DOS games. It's the first BattleTech game I ever played, and it's the game that got me into BattleTech to begin with, so I'm so excited to be playing this today. I already played through BattleTech the Crescent Hawks Revenge previously on my channel, which is a sequel to this game, but now we're going back in time to play the original. And I should say that, by the way, I do know there's a way to hear better music on the intro sequence there, using Tandy music. Oh, that was the computer playing. Interesting. I had to interrupt that. I know there's a possible way to turn on the Tandy sound, but to be completely honest, I messed around with it had to be an hour, but I couldn't get it to work. So we got the PC speaker sound. Anyway, BattleTech is a registered trademark of the FASA Corporation. Not anymore. Although I guess, is FASA still around? I don't know. I think it's Wizards of the Coast now that owns it. Or someone does. I think FASA's defunct. Board game design by FASA. Computer program by Infocom. Is this your first time playing BattleTech? It isn't, but we're going to say yes because we want the full experience here today. And so, lo and behold, the little thing opened in the top left, and here we are. We are Jason Youngblood. As you can see here, I'm walking around. We are on the planet known as Pacifica, which is in House Lyran's territory. So Steiners, they're sort of like the German or the good guys, basically. The Steiners and the Davians or Davians, they're the good guys in the BattleTech universe. Although, I mean, there's 5 houses. It's basically like Game of Thrones. That's how I describe BattleTech to people who don't know what it's about. So there's 5 houses. Any one can be your favorite. But I think Steiner and Davian are often portrayed as sort of the good guy kind of people. Anyway, so Jason Youngblood here. He's here to get trained. In the bottom left corner, we have our C-bills, which is how much money we got. And we are worth 50 bones at the minute. We're going to go ahead and invest that before we do anything. On the left there, B, D, and C. B is for body. I forget what D and C is. Is that dexterity and charisma? I don't know. Anyway, let's hop into Comstar. So for people unfamiliar with the BattleTech universe, BattleTech takes place in the distant future when humans have colonized all sorts of space. So there's all these planets that are colonized, but communication across the different planets is handled by a company or an organization called Comstar. They're the only ones who have hyperpulse generators, which are the giant radar dishes that can send messages across space. So you kind of have to go to Comstar for all your messaging needs. So we have entered Comstar. You are standing in the entry hall of an official Comstar hyperpulse generator station. All around you, Comstar technicians attend to interplanetary communication equipment, while several adepts, shrouded in robes and mysteries, direct their efforts. So Comstar kind of has this sort of like church culty feel to it. They ignore your attempts at communication, so you settle down to one of the small public access terminals. So you can talk to other people. Nobody here seems interested in talking to you. Yikes, it's a little too realistic to me. It's like my real life. Go somewhere no one wants to talk to me. All right, we can inspect our accounts. So you can also do banking at Comstar. I don't know if that's canon in the BattleTech universe, but in this game it is. Terminal screen clears as it at its insistence, you place your eye over the retinal scanner to verify you are indeed Jason Youngblood. After the terminal beeps confirmation, you blink a few times to redilate your pupil as your balance sheet prints off the screen. So we're using eye scanning technology. Let's review the prospectus. There's 3 different companies. So Defiance Industries, these are the 3 companies we can invest in. The largest battle mech manufacturing company in the Lyran Commonwealth, the company manufactures 7 mech types, including the Zeus and Atlas, which are behemoths. Currently undergoing an ambitious expansion, blah, blah, blah. The stock has shown consistent and growth and exceptional stability. So there's a safe bet. We can also invest in Nashan Diversified. Nashan Diversified has a 30% share of the Commonwealth's computer market, so they're kind of like the Apple, I guess. They're involved in many fields, from foods to shipping to architecture. Okay, they've diversified. Active in absorbing other companies, the Lyran government has found occasion to question their ethics, levied fines, and partnered certain risk. So that's the middle of the road, and then we have Baker Pharmaceuticals, which is like, you're gambling. Faced serious financial and personnel problems recently. Now that Nashan is circling about them like a shark, Baker's embarking on some new ventures that will either reap huge profits or certainly bankrupt them. Investors with spare cash should invest. So we're gonna invest in. I think we go for the Baker Pharmaceutical. All $50 because why not? Go big or go home. Our balance in that stock is 50. So there we go. Let's go ahead and save our game, though. So we want to go ahead and save game. We'll save game in slot number 1. Just in case Baker Pharmaceuticals goes really bankrupt and we lose all our money, it is helpful to have some kind of backup. So there we go. Now, there is all sorts of other exploration we can do around here, and I will explore this town, but I thought I would space it out with the training. So I don't know how long it's going to take to play through this game, but this is a pretty big game for an old DOS adventure game. You can even like run through the water here, and like now I'm all soaked. I like how he's in like a completely blue bodysuit. Like I imagine him just in like a wetsuit. But there's tons to explore here. We're kind of locked in the training regime, the training grounds initially here because we got to get trained. So let's do a training mission, and between missions, we'll explore little parts of the training area here, and we'll just kind of go from there. So will you enter the training center? Yes, I will. Greetings, Cadet Youngblood. You look like you're ready to begin your mech warrior training. Are you ready to accept your first training mission? Yes, I am. The objective of your first training mission is to familiarize yourself with a mech and the training grounds. You have to choose a mech to pilot to the far southeast corner. You will be judged on a pass-fail system determined by your time. Go on a straight path as possible, walking through forest, and lakes will slow you down. Choose the fastest mech. All right, let's go ahead and choose a locust. So we have the option of wasp, chameleon, or locust. I love that little animation in the corner showing you press the startup button. So for anyone who watched my Crescent Hawks revenge video, you know that the locust, the wasp, they are slow mechs. That's all we had to do, by the way, is walk to the bottom corner of the map. They're not slow mechs, they are light mechs. So in the BattleTech universe, mechs are judged by like how big they are. Congratulations, you did it, blah, blah, blah. We passed the test. Basically, walk to the corner and come back. We can do that. But mechs are judged by how big they are, and locusts and wasps and stingers, they're tiny, light, weak mechs. Interesting thing about this game is it actually has the game data for mechs, for all the mechs in the BattleTech universe pre-3050. So in 3050, the year 3050, a lot changed in the BattleTech universe. But basically, all the classic mechs are here. Oddly enough, this game only has about 4 or 5 mechs in the whole game, which always kind of felt like a bummer to me. I wish there was more, but you can still have fun with it, so we will here. Anyway, let's go ahead and enter the armor shop. There's a dude reading a magazine. The proprietor welcomes you to his armor shop. He has a lot of weapons on the back wall for an armor shop. Let's browse. Let's see what we could get. So, a flak vest. Excellent craftsmanship, triple mesh cloth, and metal fiber. Only 50 C-bills. I don't know if I have 50 C-bills. I invested in Baker Pharmaceutical. I don't know if I'm still getting money, though. Full body suit, the exact same material as a flak vest. Okay, there's a light environmental suit, which basically is a much tougher one. I'm not going to read all of these descriptions because there's tons to read in this game, but as you can see, on an oxygen-starved planet, they sell like hotcakes. It's basically like a full environmental suit. And then there's a heavy environmental suit for 10,000 C-bills. My God. They can take up to 50 points of damage. How much can this take? That can take 30. This can take 40. Oh. Well, why wouldn't you just get a bunch of flak things? There must be an advantage here. These sell, but they're cheaper to repair than flak suits. So that's the difference. Okay, but otherwise similar. Oh, and what's ablative? That's 1,000. Don't tell anybody where you saw this. They're black market items, but ablative suits made of the same materials they used to shield mechs when they were making assault landings. Damn. So you could literally walk around in like mech armor, like a part of an atlas or something like that. Which would be totally awesome. All right, so that was the weapon shop. You can't, by the way, just go and do another training mission. You have to basically kill some time between training missions. So it's a good time to explore the little training compound here. Let's pop in here. So we got the Mech It Lube. This is where all your mechs get repaired. There's some friendly mechanics with mechs in the background. Ask to Apprentice. This course is taught by experience, not by namby-pamby book learning. We also expect to be remunerated for our time. 500 C-bills. I don't have that kind of cash. I thought you'd back out. Come back when you've got more nerve. Well, screw you, buddy. You enter the small side shop and are accosted by the smell of grease and molten mech armor. There are piles of parts on the floor. Interesting. You decide that if you did have a mech, you would certainly want to have the modifications these techs will do. So the speed shop, when we eventually get mechs, is where we can upgrade our mechs, which is kind of cool. There's nothing to really do. We don't own mechs, so there's no point in dealing with the garage too much at the moment. Nobody's interested in talking to us. We need to make some friends, guys. That's mission number 1 is make friends. Interestingly, see these people who are like walking around? If you follow these people into a building, you can actually talk to them. So every single one of those people is a character. They don't really ever say all that much, but it is kind of cool. You can like literally choose someone and follow them into a building. Okay, all around you, people are engaged in conversation, dining, and listening to awful entertainers. Someone here is going to talk to me. I know it. No, nobody wants to talk to me. All right, so we're the loser of the training fields, I feel. Okay, what's going on over here? Nothing. Okay, we got some buildings to explore over here. Let's save this for after our second training mission. Like, look at all this. There's tons to explore. Let's just pop up and check on our stock real quick. We got like a whole 2/3 of the training center to finish exploring. So we're gonna have tons to do. There's like 5 or 6 training missions that we got to get through today. Well, let's just go check on our stocks. By the way, notice I have 30 C-bills right now. That's not interest. That's as long as you're being trained. Your parents. It's basically like when you're in college. Your parents give you an allowance, and every couple of days they just send you money. So that's free money that we're getting. All right, and 216. Holy crap. That's awesome. Change investments. Man, I feel like I want to leave it all. Do we just gamble big? Do we just gamble big? I mean, we should definitely save the game here. We'll save it in slot number 1 because, hey, things are looking up. All right. Let's go ahead and head back to the training center, and let's try mission number 2. So we're running through, I think these are like barracks and stuff. There's tons of cool buildings and stuff in this game. I love that this is like an RPG where you just kind of like wander around these like really cool sci-fi towns. Really neat. I always loved this as a kid. All right. Greetings, Cadet Youngblood. On successfully completing your last training mission, are you ready to accept the second one? The second one is only slightly more complex. Somewhere on the fields of a piece of rubble. Choose a mech to go out there, find the rubble, and pick it up. So the only way to fail this mission is if you pick a locust, because that mech doesn't have hands. So we're going to pick a wasp, because why not? Got our little startup sequence there to increase the immersion. And let's go find this piece of mech that we got to pick up. So here's the training area. As you can see, it's, there's still dudes like walking around. See, like that guy's still walking around. But let's find this piece of mech. What would a piece of a mech even look like, you may ask? Well, wouldn't you like to know? It just kind of looks like rubble, like garbage. Should be around here somewhere. How come I'm not finding it? Where are you, you little piece of trash? Seriously, where is it? Oh, there it is. There it is. Use your mech's hands to retrieve the rubble. Yes, we did. So normally before you do these training missions, you have to pass like a little test identifying mech parts. I hope that is still in this version of the game. This could be like a version where they've like snipped that right out, but I really hope that's not the case. Well done, Cadet! You wisely chose a mech with hands, so you could pick up the rubble. Report back for your next mission. All right, we'll do, sir. Off to explore the training grounds here. See what else we got going on here. Let's see here. What's going on in here? Okay, we can't go in there. So not all these buildings can be entered, of course. I think every RPG since the dawn of time is kind of like that. Hey, look. I guess that this is like the mech garage to our right. Like those look like big mech bay doors. It's kind of cool. You really also get a sense for the scale of mechs in this game because you play as a little puny human for like half the time. Okay, we can't go in there. Can't go in there. Can't go in there. Can we go in here? The weapons shop. Weapons shoppy. Talk to others? Nobody's interested in talking to me. One day people will. So you can get bows and arrows if you want, like knives, swords, vibroblades, or like, what are these? Very common weapons, being they're basically a sword that vibrates at an extremely high rate of speed, allowing you to cut through most armor or flesh, easier than a standard blade. No thanks. Slug throwers, which are basically like machine guns. Or anti-mech weaponry. I remember I always used to buy like SRM launchers for my dudes. They're expensive, but the proprietor hands you a missile launcher and explains it is one of the few weapons that can actually penetrate mech armor. Though only does a couple of points of damage, these might come in handy at times. He grins broadly when he tells you what these little missiles will do to a man. Yeah, 1,500 C-bills. So later on, we will sort of be fighting human opponents and stuff like that. And if you have a rocket launcher, like I imagine like guys try and mug you in an alley, and like one guy's got a bow and arrow, another guy's got like a blade, and you pull out like a bazooka, you know? like this is literally a weapon that could tango with a mech. So you'll fight humans and you can use bazookas on them. You'll also like fight other mechs and stuff, and sometimes not all your dudes have mechs, so it's handy to have them have like anti-mech weaponry. Let's talk to others. No one's interested, of course. Let's catch some Z's. You drift off in a contented sleep. You awaken to the sound of sirens blaring. Warning to all the cadets. House Merrick agents have infiltrated the Citadel. Oh my god, and are holding Katrina hostage. Katrina is one of the royalty of House Steiner. She's one of your cousins, and that's bad news. They're demanding immediate Steiner evacuation of the planet. All around you, your friends and fellow cadets are gathering their equipment, rushing for the starport. You grab your clothes and dress quickly, but you're not going to turn tail and run. No, the only thing you're packing is a vibroblade and not in a suitcase. Oh my god. Katrina has provided a good living for your family, and you're not going to leave her to those Merrick terrorists. You slip out a window and make your way through the trees to the Citadel. You peek over the low wall right into the eyes of a Merrick watchman. He's surprised as you are, but you're quicker, and he's now headless. You drag the body behind a building and swap uniforms. Might be drenched in blood. You know, I was going to say covered, but it's probably drenched in blood if you cut his head off, but whatever. You loathe even touching this infidel. You walk, geez, talk about like, you know, racism or prejudice. You Merrick scumbag. You walk through the front entrance of the Citadel, grunting at the sentries posted there. A Merrick officer stops you in the main hall, questioning you about the blood that is covering your collar. You explain that the blood is just like your filthy mud. You scream as you plunge the vibroblade into his gut. Just like your filthy mud. I don't even understand that. Footsteps are scrambling from around the corner before you, and you realize your cover is blown. You duck into a closet with perfectly executed gymnastic flair, and you leap to grab a light fixture and slice the hole of the roof with a white-hot vibroblade and escape into the ventilation shaft. What is this guy, John McClane? Drawing upon your photographic memory... Okay, he has a photographic memory. You visualize the floor plan of the Citadel. You stealthily make your way to Katrina's office. We're most certainly holding her. You peer through the vent, see Katrina tied up in a chair, slap marks covering her left cheek. They're just slapping the one cheek. You have arrived just in time to see the grungy leader of Merrick invaders rear back his hand, and he stops and grabs his ears. And you also do, because a loud siren, then a voice comes through. Jason Youngblood, report to Mech Warrior Training Center. Jason Youngblood. You sit bolt upright in bed, realizing it was all a dream. Rubbing your eyes, you climb out of bed, get dressed again. That sounds like the most awesome dream ever, though. It was just a dream, but what a dream. Okay, we're not quite ready to go back into training yet. Let's just see if there's anything else around here. Nope, can't enter there. Here's the Citadel, by the way. We have not actually gone in here yet. Let's go ahead and pop in. Let's request to see Katrina. We just had a dream about her. Well, we'll tell her about our dream. The sentry recognizes you as a son of Captain of Security Forces and informs Katrina that you wish to speak to her. She agrees, and you are escorted to her plush office. Hello, Jason. How are you? How's your training coming? I see that you have been to the training center. Your last mission was quite successful, wasn't it? Well, I did pick up some rubble with the hands of a mech. I don't want to brag too much. Well, I must be off. I have preparations to make for the wedding, you know. So at this point in the history of the BattleTech universe, Katrina is marrying Hans Davian, or Davian, however you say that word. And they are basically going to create an alliance between the Lyran Commonwealth and the Federated Sons, which is the Federated Commonwealth. And it would be basically like if the Lannisters and the Starks teamed up, although they kind of hate each other. It wouldn't be quite the same, but like land-wise, it would be like a massive alliance in Game of Thrones world. Anyway, visit the Hall of Legends. Our first exhibit is a portrait of the Archon herself, Katrina Steiner, Duchess of Tharkad. Katrina is here on Pacifica for a short while, on her way to the Federated Sons for a marriage. It's her daughter who's marrying. I guess Katrina is not marrying. Okay, I messed that up, whatever. Here we have a picture of one of the many battle mechs that help protect our Commonwealth from the Lyomeric and Kurita invaders. Kurita? I've gotten guff before with how I pronounce Kurita. I don't know. You know what? I say it the way I say it. If you don't like it, whatever. This example is a Locust, a very common mech. I'll say Locusts are like the bargain bin crap garbage of the BattleTech universe. They're the most useless mech ever. If you're piloting a Locust, something went wrong in your mech warrior career. No one does it intentionally. It is armed with a medium laser and machine guns instead of hands. This is an extremely rare mech, a Phoenix Hawk Lamb. This mech can convert from a normal mech to an aerospace fighter, or a hybrid mode pictured here. There are very few mech warriors who can pilot these complex machines. Perhaps the most skilled and famous is our own security chief, Jeremiah Youngblood. So BattleTech history trivia. The original battle mechs were actually licensed robots from the Robotech universe. And in the Robotech universe, there are mechs that look like the Wasp that we saw in the previous training mission, those sort of like humanoid, but they can also turn into jets, and that was like a thing in Robotech. So when the BattleTech people licensed the droids and stuff from the Robotech universe, they kind of kept that, where some of the mechs can transform into space fighters, which is kind of cool. And actually, just before we go on any further, there's this thing where the mechs that were originally licensed from the Robotech creators for BattleTech got in this huge legal battle, and eventually this troll company, Harmony Gold, sued FASA for using those mechs, even though Harmony Gold didn't have any right to do that. But it was this whole thing in the courts. And so, in the BattleTech universe, there are these mechs, these old ones like Phoenix Hawk Lamb, that are discussed in the lore, but you're really hard-pressed to actually see them in action because FASA was just like, you know what, we're just going to take them out of our universe, and that way we can't get sued. So Harmony Gold is a terrible troll company. They didn't have the rights to these mechs, but they sued anyway because they decided not to contribute anything to society. They just wanted to milk other people's success and take people to court. So they're terrible. Anyway, this is Edward Tellum, an extremely brilliant scientist responsible for much of the recovered technology we have today. He's also somewhat eccentric and retired somewhere north on Pacifica. I wonder if that will come in handy later. To be away from people, some rumors say he's still alive, but he hasn't been seen in years. Depicted here is one of the Defiance Industry battle mech factories on Hesperus 2. Hey, we could have bought stock in them. This is one example of the Commonwealth's superiority in manufacturing and commerce. Our last exhibit shows the Battle of Mallory's World 12 years ago. Here, a lance of Steiner mercenary unit from the Kellhounds fought off a determined Kurita invasion. The Hounds stayed hidden in the trees where they were difficult to hit, while Jeremiah Youngblood used his lamb's superior maneuverability to drive the Dracos off. So, House Kurita, also known as the Draconis Combine, and then I guess referred to here as the Dracos or the Dracos. So there you go. We could enroll in the combat class if we wanted. Inexpensive, so we could get trained in one of these things. Let's just drop out of school, though. Is there anything else to do here? Talk to others? There's somebody who actually wants to talk to us. Jeff Rogers, you son of a bitch. What's going on? Hi, Jason. How are you? I just stopped in here to hone some of my weapon skills in the combat class. After I'm done here, I'm going over to the Comstar station. Well, thanks. Thanks for telling me. It's oddly specific. You hoping I'll meet you there? Because I got to check on my stocks, man. You know, some people, oh my God, 450 bones. 450 bones. I feel like we have been gambling and we have been winning. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to change our investments. We're going to sell our stock because there's no way this is going to carry on. Something bad is going to happen. Change investments, buy stock. We're going to play it nice and safe for a little bit with 495. We have $500. We are crushing it. I don't even know what I'm saving up for. Probably a bazooka, to be totally honest. You know what? I would save up. I am saving up for a bazooka. That is my mission, is to get a freaking bazooka. All right. And that'll definitely make me feel safe at night. I won't have any more nightmares about the American invaders. Okay, you're ready for your third training mission. But now you're pretty good at walking around. It's obvious you have increased your piloting skill. We're going to see how you handle using your weapons. We've put a worthless shell on the field for you to pummel. It can't move or fire, so you're perfectly safe. Choose your mech and go plaster it. Okay, we're going to go with the chameleon. So I said this game has the technical data of mechs, all these mechs from the BattleTech universe, but it only has a very few that you can actually use. The Locust, the Wasp, I think there's the Jenners, Commandos, an Urban Mech, and a Chameleon. Chameleon is the only medium mech in the game. And in BattleTech, the bigger the mech, the more powerful the mech. So the Chameleon is basically the best mech in the game. It's the best one that you can ever pilot. And it's the one that we're going to be piloting. Do you want the computer to fight for you? We're going to say no. Combat messages, let's go with brief, and we do want to see the graphics. So here we go. First, let's scan our enemies. So there he is. Detailed scan. Oh, look at that son of a bitch. He's a locust with no legs and no arms. And he has weapons, but I'm pretty sure that they're useless, so... interestingly, the Locust is not a humanoid robot. He's more of like a chicken walker kind of mech, but they only had, I guess, the humanoid robot diagrams. It's interesting. Okay, so this must be a version of the game where there's no copy protection. But normally, let me just jump over to the manual real quick here. Normally, you would see that diagram that we just saw, and you'd have a bunch of options, and you would have to pick out 3 or 4 of these labels and correctly identify the pieces in order to be able to go on. So, like, I do have the manual, like, right here. And I could have done the test. I mean, the fact that this version doesn't have the copy protection, I mean, whatever. It's just skipping one step for us, making the training go a bit faster. But I was expecting it to be there. Anyway, so that's the enemy unit. All right, so let's go ahead and run at him. Full speed ahead. Oh, so here's an interesting thing about BattleTech. When you're running on open terrain, you move a lot faster than when you go through the forest. So you can instead choose to jump. And when you're jumping, you ignore terrain, but you go not as fast as when you run. Anyway, here's all the weapons. Look at this thing. A large laser, 2 medium lasers, 4 small lasers, and 2 machine guns. The Locust has a medium laser and 2 machine guns. Same with the Wasp. And the Commando has a medium laser and like 2 missile launchers. But like this thing clearly has, the most weapons of everything. So we're just going to load up. We're going to target everything onto that enemy. And then we're going to begin. We could flee. No, we'll begin the fight. So we're going to keep jumping. Okay, we're going to, you have 5 more movement points. Just going to keep jumping like this. Boom! Oh, we took a shot. Okay, hold on. We're going to run instead. We're going to keep the heat down. Jumping also generates a lot of heat. So if you're trying not to overheat your mech, it's handy to not go crazy with the jumping. Anyway, we'll just continue running at this guy as we open fire. We're missing like crazy. It's like a steady target. We're just like missing everything. We suck at life. Oh my god. So if we run right up to it, actually, let's walk. By the way, we've used all our weapons, and our mech is overheated and shut down. So we just have to sit here. Okay, you have 2 movement points. Let's go up like this. I'm actually going to disable my large laser because I don't want it to fire because it generates too much heat. There we go. We're just going to continue firing at this guy. We hit him in the head. Yeah, I'm a terrible. I mean, you start off having no training. My heat level's too high, so it's like I can't do anything. Oh my god, look at this! I'm like missing everything. Oh, we get a little animation of how cool I am firing my laser. If we get close enough, we can kick him. But anyway, yeah. So my guy sucks. That's why he's here getting trained. In BattleTech, you have to balance like movement, cover, and you also... Ooh, we destroyed the mech. You also have to balance your heat. If you fire too many weapons, you can do a lot of damage, but then you overheat. And especially if you overheat too much, then your mech stops moving, and then you become an easy target for enemies. So, not much left out there. Of course, the incredible firepower of the chameleon let you demolish the target in no time. If you paid attention to your heat scale, you should have noticed how high it went. Go get cleaned up, and we'll let you try your hand at some real combat next. All right. You know what we want to do, guys? We want to go check our investments. We might as well be an investment banker at this point. It's like the only thing we're interested in. Let's take a quick power nap to rest our weary brow. Yes, enter the barracks. Catch some Z's. You have a good night's sleep, so you're not tired anymore. That's very to the point. No one's interested. No one's ever interested in talking to me. Once I met Jeff Rogers at a combat class at the Citadel. And he said, "Hello, I'm going to the Comstar place next." And that was it. That's the he's the closest thing I have to a friend in this training world is good old Jeff Rogers. 515, that sucks. Change investments. Sell it all. I sell it all. And we'll go ahead and buy stock in the Baker Pharmaceuticals. Boom. So we keep saving every time we invest in Baker Farm. If it does turn out that we totally lose all our money, I guess we will have to load. So here's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to check the stocks right before I go in for my training thing, and then I guess I'll check them immediately afterwards to see what happened. Because if we lose all our money, we should get out of that stock right away. Okay, enter the training. The 4th mission. It's time to see how you respond to a reactionary opponent. We've rounded up a group of old labor robots and outfitted them with rudimentary intelligence and a variety of weapons. Your mission is to go out there and eliminate them without getting your mech armor shot out from under you. Deal. We're doing it in the chameleon. You're stupid to take any other mech. I mean, I guess you're not totally stupid, but... Okay, here's something interesting. Let's just have the computer fight for me and give me very detailed messages and no graphical combat. How about there? An enemy uses Inferno. Jason, oh, things are going fast. Oh, what's happening? I'm shooting. I'm killing people. I'm not even seeing it. A human uses a pistol. Okay, so I guess in this version, or in this training level, you're killing humans. Boy, I wish we could actually kill them. We're like missing all the good stuff. This was such a mistake. I'm never doing this again. We just passed the mission. Oh, we ended up over here. It's like you wake up in a daze and you're like, oh, what happened? You look around you, there's just all these crushed bodies of like worker robots, and you're like, oh, I guess I passed the mission. I blacked out there for a second and I trained myself. So I thought we'd actually get to see me fighting the other robots, but no. Very good, Mr. Youngblood. Although shooting up a bunch of androids may not seem like much, you kept your head in combat situation. For the rest of your training missions, won't be so easy, however. Alright, so we killed a bunch of little robots. I guess, you know what, if our stock has tanked, now's the best time ever to reload, because then we can actually see what that mission was about. In fact, I'm tempted to reload it anyway. You know what, guys? Screw it, I'm going to reload it. I hope our stock tanked. It did! Oh, huzzah! Happy day. Never been so happy about losing all my money. Okay, we're going to change our investments, sell. Imagine you could do this in real life. You could simply show up to the bank, buy a bunch of stock. You could see how it does for like a day or whatever. And then if it does badly, then you could just literally rewind time and undo it. I mean, we would all be freaking millionaires. It's exactly what happened. It's like the fantasy that would never come true. If anyone could do it, then everyone would do it, and then money would be worthless because we'd all be millionaires. But being able to rewind time, have save states in real life, that is a true superpower. Okay, So now we're going to go ahead. We're going to select our chameleon. We're not going to let the computer play for us. Do you want the computer to fight? No. Give us verbose messages. Show us graphical combat. We're not over the graphical combat just yet. And let's just see where these dudes are. I just want to find them before I actually start opening fire. We'll be more strategic about our weapons this time. Oh, a short-range missile. A laser rifle. You bastards. Where are you? Reveal yourselves, little dudes. These guys feel so weak. I feel like there's like no way I'm going to lose to them. Okay, let's use our weapons. Let's use a medium laser. Oh, look at them. They're little humans. Are you fleeing from us? Guess what we're going to do? We're going to get close up to you and stomp you. Look at these weapons. Okay, laser rifle, a short-range missile. Those are legit weapons. A longbow. They sent somebody out to kill a mech with a bow and arrow. A laser pistol. That guy didn't even get a rifle. The guy with the longbow really got the short end of the stick. So we're gonna target just 2 medium lasers on that guy with the missile. Oh, the short-range missile actually hit me. That's good, because I look forward to killing that guy. He's just a splat now. So, yeah, see that splat to the right? Might be hard to see, but that was once a man. We're going to leave the longbow guy and the laser pistol guy for a while. And we're just going to target... We're gonna work our way through the enemies, targeting the most dangerous to the least dangerous. Okay, they all suck. They're all missing me. The guy with the bow actually attacked me. I'm impressed. I will let you live for a while, dude. Look, they're like in the water. They're like, oh God, he's coming. Run for your life. This is real. I thought this was a joke when they said, do you want to help with the training exercise? Oh God. Okay, we're gonna crush the guy with the longbow. We're gonna step on him. That'll be how we do it. We're also gonna run like this. Boom! Kill that guy. And zap that guy! Oh man, that's awesome. Okay, we totally want to target that guy. And we're gonna run. Here we go. We're totally gonna squish him under our boot. Oh, what the? That was a long-range kick. Huh, okay, let's just kick this guy too. You want some of this? There's no way you're getting away from me, man. Oh, we squished them. So I know that those are actually robots, not people, but like they used the people graphics or whatever, and that was totally awesome. I like to imagine that those were just a bunch of like people who worked at the training center. They're like, oh God, the manager wasn't joking. We're actually fighting a mech. We're done for. Run! Because we just got to squish a bunch of humans. Oh, that was awesome. Okay, hopefully our stock has not tanked. And if it did, well, we have a save state. So we're cheating until the end, sort of. 530. Didn't really change, did it? Did it go up? I can't tell. I can't remember. Whatever, let's just sell the 530. Let's buy stock into Def Hess. Just put it all in there. All right, now we can sleep well at night. Let's check out what's going on over here, the Citadel. Request to see Katrina. Why not? She hopes you will be capable... Okay, Katrina congratulates you in the efforts to graduate. Hopes you will be as capable a mech warrior as your father. She cautions you not to neglect your other areas of training, such as the combat classes offered here. Before you can get a word in edgewise, she is bombarded by a flurry of interruptions. Her officers is swept away in a blizzard of paperwork. So, AKA, enroll in some damn combat classes, kid. I don't want to, though. I'm saving up for a bazooka. So we could get combat training, which you don't really need. We could get mech, training, like in how to repair mechs, which we don't really need. Or we can buy a bazooka, which although we don't really need, we really want. And sometimes want trumps need. So catch some Z's. And back out into the world. Okay, one more. I think there's 2 more training. I don't know how many more training exercises there will be, but I'm pretty sure next we're fighting a mech. So let's do it. So congratulations on successfully completing your last training mission. Ready to accept your 5th mission? I am. Welcome to the big time. combat against another mech. You will be engaged in a remote-controlled locust, or you will engage a remote-controlled locust one-on-one. Use your training and skills to best your opponent. You will pass this test if you destroy your enemy while your mech is still standing. By the way, we've disabled your combat computer for this mission. You're going to have to win this one. You'll have to do it yourself. So we actually can't have the computer fight for us. You'd be really dumb to pick a locust fighting a locust. Pick the better mech. It's always the chameleon. Until further notice, I'm piloting a chameleon. I piloted a wasp once just for fun. Sure, verbose. Show me combat graphics. And other than that, okay, here's what we're going to do. I have a strategy. My strategy is we are going to scan unit enemies. There it is. We're going to try and get behind this mech. And, okay, see in the bottom right next to the heat meter, it looks like the mech's backpack, and there's, like, really low meters. The Locust has very little armor on its rear. I'm going to try and blow it up from behind. I think that is, like, a good strategy. So I'm going to try this. I feel like there's no way that the Locust is actually going to destroy me. So I have some leeway here to play around. So okay, we're going to jump. We're going to jump like this, and we'll jump like that. So we're going to turn around, and then we're going to use our full complement of short-range weapons on the enemy. We're never going to use this large laser because it just generates too much damn heat. Boom. 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 Come on, get behind him. Hit his rear. Oh, look, we started a fire. Oh my god, the forest is on fire. Left arm, right arm. Okay, you know what? Kick him, too. Do that. just give him everything you got. Are we even doing damage to the rear? I can't even tell. Oh, we blew his arm off. So I like to see torso, criticals. Kick him. Okay, let's do this. We're going to walk like this, then walk like this, then walk like, yeah, right like this. Right up his butt. And that should hopefully destroy him. Critical. Oh, we should have scanned him to see how much damage we'd done. Right leg, right torso. I guess it doesn't tell you if you hit the rear. We must have hit the rear. And we kick him. And we kick him. And we kick him! Oh, we killed him with a machine gun. All right, look at that. We burned up the forest and we crushed him into a robotic mulch of spare parts. Congratulations, you've defeated a mech in one-on-one combat and taken your first step toward earning the title of Mech Warrior. Now go rest up and celebrate while we repair mechs. Report back here later and we'll take your ego down a couple notches in your next test. Rick Atlas, one of the other cadets here, and the guy with the most awesome name ever, at the training school, though much older than you, comes over to congratulate you on your victory. What is he, like an 8th year senior? You know, he's like in his 40s, bald spot, stubble, you know, but he's cool somehow. He tells you he's going over to the lounge to relax and asks if you wouldn't stop by later to join him. You're a bit surprised, but he's never talked to you before, but you tell him you'll see him there. Yo, we just got asked out on a date. Yeah, we're going. Rick Atlas. Hopefully Rick Atlas knows how to treat a guy, because I'm expecting the full, you know, I'm expecting him to basically to be our sugar daddy. So, all right. We don't want anything here. Eventually, we will need to buy armor because things are going to get dangerous soon. Before we meet up with good old Rick, let's go ahead and check on our stocks and save our game, because that is one thing we want to make sure we're doing. So this game actually turns me into an obsessive compulsive guy when it comes to stocks, because like it matters so much having money in this game. Sell our stocks. Okay, we have 643, and we're going to buy 643. So, whoops, there we go. So we have money there. We're going to save our game, and yeah, I guess we'll see what happens there. Hopefully, Baker Fam goes nuts with the investment and we make a ton of money, because that is how you do it in this game. When I was a kid, I used to invest in Defiance Industries or whatever, the really safe one, and I would just sit here for hours. I'd be like reading a book, just, doing this, keeping the game going and keeping the investments like cycling just so that I could like slowly accumulate interest till I had like $10,000. Like when I was a kid, I maxed out armor and everything for all my guys. I was that cool. Talk to others. Rick Atlas, finally, beyond Jeff Rogers, our best friend who isn't really... we think of him as our best friend, but he doesn't really know who we are. But finally, we have a real friend. Rick invites you to sit at his table. Two of you are engaged in light, friendly conversation when one of the senior techs stumbles by. He's clearly inebriated and is being none too friendly. He leans in over the table, spilling or deliberately pouring some of his noxious beverage on you. Then he breaks into laughter. You quickly stand up as if to challenge him, which makes him laugh even harder. Rick grabs your arm and hauls you back into your seat. He then interposes himself between you two and urges the burly tech to go home. The tech starts to resist, griping loudly as to why some baby-faced kid with a famous daddy should be allowed to shoot up some valuable hardware, which he then has to fix up, just so this kid can shoot it up again. Stupid kid probably has never been to the starport. Rick succeeds in ushering the tech out of the lounge and returns to the table. You sit somewhat dejectedly when Rick tells you to not take the drunk's comments personally. You respond that it's hard to keep high self-esteem after a barrage like that. Then Rick asks you if it's true that you've never been to the starport. When you grumble out a yes, he reaches into his vest pocket and pulls out a small electronic device, which he gives to you. When you ask what it is, he tells you you'll know when you need it. Then he leaves. I think he gave us drugs. I think we're now a drug mule, is what just happened. All right. Well, before we go training, since we now have 15 C-bills, another economic cycle has just passed us by. Let's just make sure that we weren't stupid for investing again in Baker Pharmaceuticals. Inspect your accounts. $2,789. Damn. Okay. That necessitates an insta-save. We're going to start saving in save game number 2 for a little bit. But damn, let's see that again. Let's just see it's still there. $2,789. Yeah, that's how it's done. That's how it's done. We quadrupled our money. We quadrupled it. I hope it quadruples again, and then we're going to cash out of that thing because it's totally going to crash. Buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. That's how you do it. Greetings, Cadet Youngblood. Congratulations on successfully completing your last mission. Are you ready to accept your 6th training mission? I am. We're now going to have you in your toughest test yet. You will have to face more mechs than you have previously. Get ready for the fight of your life. We're going to pilot a chameleon. And here we go. You want the computer to fight? No. Detailed messages? Sure. And show us graphics, because why not? Let's scan the enemies and see what we got. A locust and a locust. All right. Let's scan a friendly unit. It's only us. Let's get a detailed scan. Chameleon, 50-ton mech. So the locust is a 20-ton mech. I think the commando's 25 or maybe even 30, but it's still not very much. Wasps are 20. Urban mechs are 35, which are pretty good. And that's basically all the mechs in the game. Oh, there's Jenners, which are 35. But yeah, 50 tons is actually quite big. Interestingly enough, by the way, I believe that this mech, I could be wrong, but I thought the Chameleon violated the BattleTech rules for mech design in that like it has too many parts in like certain parts of the mech. So like in the BattleTech universe, when you want to like put pieces onto a mech, they take up space, and certain parts of the mech only have so much space. So, oh man, these guys are really going to town on me. My strategy is still going to be get behind them. I'm not changing that strategy. But so when you want to put a piece onto mech, it needs some physical room to be there. And I think the Chameleon puts too many pieces onto its mechs. So, all right, there we go. We're going to use weapons on this guy. This guy is our target of choice. Again, skipping the large laser because we don't want to overheat. All right, and we'll also kick him because why not? Begin the fight. Boom! We will scan these guys to see what's going on as we damage them, but I'm pretty confident that there's no reason, or there's no way that they're going to be able to damage us. Oh yeah, we're totally getting behind them. I don't think I ever did this as a kid. So in BattleTech, positioning is key because all mechs have really weak armor in the rear. So like if we scan this guy, get a detailed scan. Yeah, okay, so look at his rear armor. First of all, his machine gun is gone. His medium laser is gone. Look at his backpack. The middle bar is gone, meaning he has no armor left in his center torso. So every time we hit his center torso, we're hitting critical internal structure, and very quickly a mech will be destroyed if its internals are getting wrecked. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to kind of do this. We're going to walk here. They're going to walk here, and then we're going to... Oh, wait, hold on. We're... run. Okay, we're going to run like that, and then run like that, and then run like that. There we go. So we're going to be behind both of these guys, basically. Oh, they hit our rear torso. That's not good. There we go. Okay, now we're facing their rear. I like how they just stand there and take it in their back. They're like, well, I guess he's going to destroy us from behind. Nothing that we can do about it. We get our awesome mech graphic. Boom. Okay, we finally destroyed him. I was going to say, how long before we destroy that guy? We were standing in fire, but how are we doing heat-wise? Detailed scan. We have, like, no heat. So, whatever. I'm going to actually... You know what? We're going to unlock the large laser on this guy. I'm just going to use it all. Let's do a detailed scan of us to make sure that we're okay. Yeah, we still have quite a bit of armor. So green is the armor, and the like glowing red orange parts are critical structure, but like you can't even see the critical. I'm still so covered in armor that it doesn't even matter. But we're just going to stand in the fire and take it. We're just going to unload on this guy. Kaboom. I should have actually turned a kick onto him, because kick is just like a free physical attack. Why would you not kick? I don't know why I chose not to. But there we go. Critical, critical. Turn the kick on. Target right there. And let's just, sure, one more step towards him. And go ahead. Kaboom! Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom! Okay, we're getting our awesome animation again. Those animations get a little old, I'll be honest with you. But it's kind of exciting to, like, leave them on, I think. So we will. We'll leave them on for now, because why not? I don't know if I kicked or not. But these combat messages also go by so quickly that it's hard sometimes to read exactly what happened, but it's mostly like you fired a weapon, you hit it. Purple means you hit. Critical means you got critical damage, and mech destroyed in green means you done good. Means you won the fight. Congratulations, with the odds stacked against you, you still managed to win. You are on your way to graduation and the title of Mech Warrior. Man, I'm on the way to Mech Commander. Don't joke. Okay, we can inspect our characters. We haven't done this yet. Jason, I have a cudgel, no armor. I'm the picture of health. I'm young, attractive, healthy. I'm an adequate pilot, an amateur gunner. I'm a tech, medical, pistol, rifle. I'm unskilled in all sorts of stuff. No medical training, no mapping training, no field surgery kit. Nothing. And there we go. What about show the overhead map? Here's, by the way, the training center that we're in. This overhead map looks so cool. We are eventually going to leave this little training center, but for right now, that is our entire world. All right, you guys know what I'm excited to find out about. How much money did we just make there? How much cash money do we have now with Baker Pharmaceuticals? I'm so excited to find out. So excited. I have a good feeling. I'm even going to save this in slot number 3. Let's go check on our accounts. Inspect your accounts. Oh, nothing happened. Okay, I guess not enough time has passed. Oh, okay, it just went to 45. Here we go. Are you guys ready? How much money did we make? Inspect your accounts. 5810, 5,810 bucks. Oh man, that's awesome. Damn. Okay, might as well save over that. I'm keeping 45 bucks in my pocket because actually there's no good reason. Let's go invest that. Let's buy it all, man. Throw it all in Baker Pharmaceuticals. These guys can do no wrong. We literally went from 600 to 6,000. Yo, we can buy a bazooka. Oh, snap. Oh my god. We can afford all the combat training we want. Yes. Okay. I think when I get to like 10,000 bucks or something, then we'll go and we'll like buy some stuff. I'm hesitant to do another training mission because if you do another training mission, then what'll happen is so at some point now, the next training mission we do will be our last, and something will happen and we will be launched forward into the next part of this game. So in order to kind of prevent that from happening, I just want to kill a bit of time, and hopefully our money doubles again, because if it does, then we're totally going to cash out a little bit, go on like a training montage craziness. We'll train up in like weapons, and we'll buy some armor and all sorts of stuff. And then we'll kind of just go from there. So let's see. We need the C-bills to go from 0 to something. So let's just go around, try and talk to people. No, don't enter the lounge. We also hopefully have a few more training missions in us so that we can actually, we can actually get to a point where we have skills. We have enough mech warrior skills that it will get us through the rest of the game. Because we're still actually... like if you inspect Jason, he's an amateur and adequate. Like he's not that great of a pilot. So anyway, let's request a visit. Oh, what does it say? Katrina's unavailable at the moment. Perhaps you should try again later. Dick. Oh wait, let's see if there's someone who wants to talk to me. Is there anyone who wants to talk to me? Nobody. Let's follow. We've yet to follow a dude into a building. Let's pick a guy. We have tons of time to waste. For some reason, the financial clock is not ticking by. So here's some guys. We're following this guy who's going south. Where are you going, buddy? Where are you going? I got $5,000. What do you have? What do you have? Maybe you hit a point where your parents stop giving you money. When you have $5,600 in the bank that you made from smart banking decisions, then you stop getting money from your parents. Man, this guy's taking forever. Where are you going? Into the lounge? Let's do this, man. All right, we stalked someone successfily. Simon Hampton. There we go. Hi, Jason. How are you? I just stopped in here to boogie. After I'm done here, after I'm done with my boogieing, I'm going over to the training center. Well, hot dog, dude. Good for you. Okay, so clearly the C-bill gravy train has ended. Our parents are no longer sending us money. Let's see if we made anything here. Comstar, inspect accounts. 58.55. All right. Well, we're just going to go ahead and save slot number 3. Who knows if we'll make any more money? And who knows if this is our last training mission, but let's do it. Hopefully we got at least one more mission in us. So we'll do this one and then one more, because I think that will give us just enough time to sort everything out. Are you ready for your 7th? Now we're going to have you face the toughest fight yet. Get ready for the fight of your life. Blah, blah, blah. You guys keep saying that, but these fights aren't that challenging. Those mechs are unlike any you fought against. You feel uneasy. Uh-oh. Do you want the computer to fight for you? Verbose. See combat graphics. Okay, here is where things get mixed up. So you scan the enemy, say, oh, 4 locusts. Wait a minute, Jenners. What the hell's a Jenner? You do a detailed scan and you say, oh my god, instead of 1 medium laser, they have 4. And instead of 2 crappy machine guns, they have a short-range missile launcher that is a level 4, which is quite powerful. Short-range missile launchers come in 2, 4, and 6. So 4 is quite powerful. Does almost as much damage as 2 medium lasers, I think. Not quite, but almost. They are 35 tons instead of 20. So basically, each Jenner is worth like 2.5 locusts. Like they're quite beastly machines. You do have a chameleon, but there's no way you can take on 4. So here's what would happen. If you tried to fight these guys, you would lose. And so let's actually do that. You know, we have a save game. Let's actually do that. So they're trying to actually kill you. This is no training mission. What? So let's get down here, and oh, there's Jason, like, barking orders. Those are Curitin mechs. You can see the dragon symbol on them. What the hell's going on? Why are there enemy mechs in a training simulation? Well, it's no simulation. You look around, see the Citadel has been destroyed. Oh my god. You go scan enemies. I guess everything just got destroyed instantly. All my sweet investments gone. Just kidding, they're not actually gone. The Curitins must have raided Pacifica and destroyed your army. Boy, that was fast. It happened kind of instantly. It was just like, by the way, now it's the apocalypse. Like, now it's over. So we're going to lock target with this guy. So if you can destroy all 4 mechs, you can get away with your chameleon. That is actually impossible. There's another way to get away, but I'm going to show you what happens when you actually try to fight. Because it doesn't end well, I'll tell you that. I have, I think, tried to take on all 4 as a kid. Like, you can kind of hide behind the building here and take them on more or less one at a time. And if you try that, it's not so impossible as it seems. But, you know, taking out 2 or 3 is really a challenge. Taking out 4 is like, you know, good luck. So now we're going to go for jump, and we're going to go like this. So we're trying to get behind this guy. The other mechs are just kind of like sitting there. Maybe we could actually get away, to be totally honest. I don't know. We could try it, but I would rather kind of get behind this guy and, okay, run. Oh, I'm inhibited by heat. Okay, they're wrecking me. So this is how the glorious Jason Youngblood's training ends, with a bunch of mechs ambushing him, which is totally uncool. There I am. Oh, I'm like getting more aggressive. The more damage I take, it just makes me angrier. All right, we took 1 out. Actually, that was surprisingly okay. Oh man, look at the damage. Our heat is through the roof. We've lost 2 small lasers. Our center torso armor is gone. There's no way we're surviving. So let's just go out in a blaze of glory. Oh, we're even shut down because we're overheated. They hit the head and they destroyed us, and we eject. Curitin mechs have made lightning raid on Pacifica. They've destroyed the Citadel. One of the Curitin Jenner mechs tries to crush you in your mech's cockpit, but you barely escape before the deadly blow can cut you down. You manage to hide in the trees. Some of the remnants of the Lyran Guard engage the mechs. Your comrades are wiped out, but in the distraction, you manage to escape. Your friends from the Citadel, the ones who are still alive, are scattering, trying to avoid their executioners. You overhear scraps of shouted conversation. Who are they? What do they want? Curitin invaders. They must have destroyed our army. Where's Jeremiah? I don't know. Nobody's seen him. He's probably dead. That's your father, by the way. You stand numb for a moment, contemplating what you've just overheard. An explosion behind you jars you back into reality, and you make up your mind. As to your course of action, since the Citadel is overrun, there is no reason for you to hang around here. You realize that your only chance is to try and make it to the starport, to meet up with anyone you may know, to try to find out if your father is still alive and get a ride off this planet before it's too late. And so there we go. 2 humans are trying to attack me. I'm going to elude my enemies, though. And when you elude your enemies, it's like, and now you've returned to where you were before the combat took place. Almost like it never happened. So our lovely Citadel has been destroyed. I'm just going to walk around here for a second to show you. Look, everything. They destroyed it all. The monsters. And we have no idea how our stock is doing. That's the worst part of all of this. And actually, in the BattleTech universe, Comstar is a neutral organization because all the great houses depend on it for communication. If you were to attack Comstar, you would be punished. Basically, they would stop sending messages. They would be like if the Maesters stopped sending ravens for people in Game of Thrones, and you'd be crippled. But they destroyed the Comstar building even too, which sucks. Too bad that's not the only thing that's like still functioning, so we could actually like check our stocks. As I say, we are going to load this back up because we want to sell our stocks, maybe buy a bazooka and a few other things, and do some other stuff. But okay, I thought maybe we could get into our barracks. Let me just see if we can come around the long way here. Can we actually get to the barracks? 5 humans? No way. And there's also like a random dude walking around here. I wonder if that's Rick Atlas. Can we get into the barracks? Yes, we can. You stay in the ruins of your old quarters in the now destroyed citadel. Most of what you owned has been ruined, but the Holodist player remains miraculously untouched. However, since all your Holodists were destroyed in the raid, you have nothing to watch, so you turn and leave. All right. I guess we'll have to come back for that another day. Let's go ahead and load our game, number 3. Oh, look, the citadel is nice and repaired now. Let's go in here. We're going to review our investments, and we're going to sell all of our stock. We have so much money. It's not even funny. Okay. Now, we are going to... What should we do? You know what? Let's just leave $1,000. I've got so much money, it's crazy. Let's just leave a chunk of change in a secure investment, kind of as like a nest egg, just in case something goes horribly awry and we like lose our money, we get robbed or something. Now, let's think about what we want to buy. So first things first, where's that weapon store? We're buying a bazooka. I'm not joking. We're buying a bazooka. Browse anti-mech weaponry. What's an Inferno? Hands you a missile launcher, but he pops the ammo out and slips in an evil-looking cylinder. He explains that this ammo is gelatinous goo that adheres to a mech's armor and burns at a ferocious temperature. It raises the mech's heat by 6 notches, which may cause a shutdown with no damage to the target. When you ask what it would do to an infantryman, he shudders. He tells you it costs 1,500 C-bills, avoiding the question. Ooh, so do we want a missile that can damage mechs or one that can literally overheat them, and it could burn people alive? I feel like that's just crazy. Like, it's a missile launcher that will like melt you. That's like the most hardcore weapon I've ever heard of. So what are we gonna want to do with enemy mechs? I guess we're gonna try and get behind them. So an SRM launcher is gonna do minimal work. So maybe we want Infernos. Whatever. You know what? If we change our mind, we'll just buy another one. We're going with the war crime. We're buying an Inferno. The shopkeeper hands you the weapon and gives you some brief instructions on how to properly don't point it at nobody. How to use it properly. Don't point at nobody. You're gonna kill them, etc. Then he tries to imitate a respectable business owner by wishing you a good day and hoping that you will visit him later. Okay, cool. We just bought almost a bazooka. Almost a bazooka. So how do we change game settings? Change movement rate, combat speed, turn sound off, change outtake frequency. Quit the game. That's not what we want. Inspect characters. Oh, he's got it. The Inferno weapon. He has it. Awesome. Bow and blade, pistol, rifle. I guess for the anti-mech weapon, you don't need to be skilled. I mean, when it comes to killing someone with a bazooka, do you really need to know how to use it? Not really, I guess. Okay, so we got that. Let's also go and buy some armor, because we're going to need that. And then we'll kind of consider if we want to do any kind of training. So let's see. Armor shop. Browse. So this thing was $200. Here's a product whose success always amazes me. Oxygen starved. Must be the damage. So it has a damage rating of 30. This one has a damage rating of 40. Won't be nearly as agile, but let's do the 40. It's $50 cheaper too. I think this one is cheaper to repair, but whatever. I mean, it's not like we're hard up for cash. So there we go. So we just bought a flak suit. So we're walking around in full body armor. This isn't suspicious at all. We're like a new cadet walking. It's like walking around university campus carrying a bazooka in full body armor. All right, so we are set with that. Do we want to get apprenticed at the Mech-It Lube? Ask to apprentice. 500 C-bills. Yeah, let's do it. The techs take you back in the shop and show you their techniques for grafting armor plating, repairing internal structure damage, replacing damaged weapon, heat sinks. Can't grasp most of the technology, but you certainly feel more confident than you did before. Apprentice again. We've already trained you as high as we can. You'll have to enter tech school if you want to learn any more. Tech school? Where's tech school? So now we are... For tech, we're an amateur, which is reasonable, I suppose. Is there anything else? I think there are all those training courses at the Citadel. Let's just go do some of those for funsies. I don't know. I mean, what else can we spend our money on at this point? I guess we should save it. But we made so much money with Baker Pharmaceutical. But, like, what are we worried about? Enroll in the combat class. So I feel like I'm never going to use a bow and a blade, and I'm never going to use a pistol or handgun, but teach me how to use machine guns. By looking at your transcript, I see you're completely unskilled. After several grueling hours in a classroom at the hands of a skilled instructor, you have mustered a passing grade, but I feel more confident with the weapons and are more accurate and effective with them. You're informed that the school has already transferred the tuition funds from your Comstar account. Oh, they a little presumptuous there. Hope you enjoyed the class. We've already taken the money out of your bank account. Don't ask us how we did that. The next course won't be offered until tomorrow. Okay, well, you know what? I do want to train a bit more before the Curitans show up and just ruin everything. So, catch some Z's. Catch some Z's. Z's all around for everybody to catch. Is time stopped, by the way? Like, or is my investment still just going to be 1,000? Yeah, I think at this point they like freeze things so that you can't make any more money. But oh, won't be offered until tomorrow. Oh, there's nothing I can do? Oh, are you serious? Okay, so I'm literally as trained up as I can get. I thought I could get more. So I'm an amateur with a rifle, amateur at mech gunnery and piloting. All right, whatever. We have done everything we can. We have spent like $2,000 and we still have, like, money is falling out of our pockets as we walk around the training center. It's totally awesome. We are the rich kid on campus, and we're the self-made man. We did it ourselves. We just invested. Learn to invest, guys. It's where the money is. Will you enter the training center? Yes, I think I will. And we're gonna have the fight of our life in a chameleon, and I will show you the proper way to deal with the fact that they're Curitan mechs. Okay. Do you want the computer to fight? No. Do brief messages and no combat graphics this time. Okay, so here's how you do it. You basically run for your life. And I think you can do it this way. They're trying to kill you. Keep going. Don't stop. Never stop. Just like run for your life. Those Curitan mechs can see. Those are Curitan mechs. I can see the dragon tattoo. Yep. Run. Look around. See the citadel's been destroyed. Walk. I guess when I sent it on, brief, it's like not showing me the animations. Interesting. I forgot that is a thing. And we want to run down in here. So you basically just want to like outmaneuver these guys. Like that's like literally just how you do this part. Southeast wall. And if you are lucky, you can actually get away with the mech. Now we're going to run up like this. We're just trying to get to a part where they can't hit us. Like if we scan the enemies, where are they? Next unit, next unit, next unit. Yeah, like they don't have a line of sight on us anymore, so we're pretty much safe. And we're pretty much home free at this point. If we run far enough away from them, then combat will end. Interestingly, when we get to the starport, I guess I can't go up that way. When you get to the starport, you can actually go into like an arena, and you can like rent a mech to like battle with. And if you do that, you can actually steal that mech too. So this is a technique that you're gonna want to use. Okay, I'm like, what's happening? How do I get away from these guys? Oh, you know what? I think I just go flee. Can I go flee? You cannot escape these Jennas. What? They shot me with a medium laser. That was bad. I'm so stupid. I let him catch up. Critical. Mech destroyed. No. Damn it. Are you serious? Okay, we gotta do this one more time. Miss. Center torso. Oh my god, there's so many missiles and lasers flying at me. Oh, yikes. Oh, no. You know, the last time we did this, I got off so easy. I feel like this is not going to happen again. Oh, God. Oh, mech is destroyed. Oh, you serious? Okay. Damage. Maybe I should have jumped. Maybe that's what I did different the first time around, is I did like a jump initially. Oh, man, they're just destroying me. Look at this. Hit. Critical. Missile. Oh my god. Left torso. Critical. And I'm destroyed. Damn, that first time I could have escaped the Citadel so easily. I was barely touched. Okay, I think the key was to jump initially. What? Hit head critical, mech destroyed. They got a headshot on me. Oh my god. Oh man, we might actually do this. Right arm, left leg critical. Okay, we're running. We made it here. Run. 1 movement point. What? My right leg's gone. Son of a bitch. This can be done. We saw it done once. I just did not hightail it out of there as fast as it needed to be. Oh man, I so regret messing up that one run now. Go for it, man. Just don't get hit in the leg. Hit my head. My right leg is critically hit. Run. We have 1 movement point again. God damn it. Okay. I made it back here, but they still crippled my leg. So now I'm basically... all I can do now is jump. So I'm trying to basically jump my way out of this mess. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but when I realize that when my leg is destroyed, I can at least jump still. So that's something. I hate how you can't, once you've initiated like where you want to move, if you want to replace that, you have to select a different kind of movement to override it. Like you can't just like undo your moves. Oh my god, and my mech is destroyed. Oh my god, it's been like 3 combat rounds and they haven't attacked me once. I hesitate to see where they are. They're all kind of stuck behind this L building, which is just fine and dandy by me. They haven't hit me once yet. Is this the one where we escape? Is this the one success story in all our attempts? Missed? Oh, they haven't hit me once. They suck. Oh my god. Okay, whatever. This is like the 8th time we've tried this. What? Eject! They didn't die! Are you kidding me? Son of a bitch! Almost there. Almost there. Okay. Let's scan me and see how damaged I am. I've lost... my entire left torso is just gone. Most of my heat sinks are gone. I'm heavily damaged. Many weapons are missing. But technically I'm alive. So now let's just get the hell out of here. Go, get out of here. Where are the enemies, by the way? One there. One there. One there. One there. Good, they're far away. We're making it! You've eluded your enemies! Press the key! We did it, guys! Puritan mechs have made a lightning raid on Pacifica. They've destroyed some of the remnants of the Lion Guards. Your comrades are wiped out by the distraction. You managed to escape. Blah, blah, blah. And just like that, we have survived. No combat, not even with humans. My mech is in such poor shape that even combating against some humans would probably do me in. Do you want to inspect the mech? My chameleon... it is literally in pieces. My whole left side is missing. Or no, wait, my right side. It's my right side. My right arm, my right torso are gone. So it's just like half the mech is gone. Hopefully we're going to get all this stuff repaired in the starport. But until then, my friends, if you've been enjoying this Let's Play, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I will be back next weekend with part 2. And as I say, over the next few weeks, we're going to be playing through the Crescent Hawk's Inception. What we just did today was the hardest thing in the game. And now that that's successfully behind us, hopefully the rest is going to be smooth sailing. But I guess we'll see. All right, guys, until next time, you all take care of yourselves. And in the BattleTech universe, as they say, no guts, no galaxy. Peace. Just like your filthy mud. What does that mean?